Yay! Now it should go. If it's having any issues beyond this, I don't know why. So there we go.
Potlucks. Okay.
Okay, so we're back. All right,
back.
technical difficulty, wonderness. Wonderful. We gotta love technical difficulties.
Magic.
So, like we said, potlucks are illegal outside of work in Arizona. So that's something a little odd. Let's go back to it. Here we go. We have garage bedrooms, kind of like you know. Okay, you know how like I call these hotels because if you go to these places like in downtown crack areas and stuff, they like have like signs that say like rent a room for like a couple hours or some shit. You know, like, and it's weird. It's like, really? Rent a room for a couple hours? I wonder what happens here. But they're having like these garages, kind of like you drive your car into, and it's to help people on like these certain stretches of road. You know, you don't really want to just nap. You just want to nap, right? And it's basically like a hotel, like a tiny motel room that you drive into. It's like a garage, and you sit in your car, and someone comes out, and you have like service. You can call. It's crazy. It's stupid. I don't get it.
How's there money involved? Do you have to pay to sleep there?
Yeah. And you're only resting for a couple hours.
That's ridiculous. I mean, I know someone who ran into an incident or whatever. You know, like to the best of my knowledge, the law is like, listen, if you're fucking too tired to drive, I mean, to make it to a hotel, you're too tired to drive, okay? You pull the fuck over and you go to sleep, right? But apparently that's against the law in places.
Well, it's probably really cheap. But, well, yeah.
What do you think you're doing here? I'm sorry, sir. I didn't want to endanger anybody. I was really tired, and I didn't want to kill anybody. I just decided it would be a good idea for me to sleep a little. You can't do that here, asshole. Well, I'm trying not to kill somebody here. What the fuck? Like,
yeah. No, and I think though it does cater to, hey, you only want to be off the road for a couple hours? Cool. Just relax here in your car.
You think it's a place to get a fucking, you know?
No. I think it's stupid. Honestly, just let me park. Okay.
Well, it's got to be cheaper than a hotel room.
Yeah, but I mean, you're sitting in your car.
So I mean, if you're a teenager who likes to party and you don't want your parents to know, you know, you can hang out with your friends and do whatever it is you do.
Dude, it's open. It's completely open, like a garage with no door. It's just a complete open thing. You pull your car into.
Fuck that. I would just go to a McDonald's or some shit, and if I had to, I'd be like, yeah, I'll get a junior cheeseburger or whatever. Yeah. I'm a customer. I'm going to sit in the parking lot and eat my... call a cop, jerk. Like,
yeah. I got my receipt. Leave me alone.
Yeah. That's ridiculous. Anyway,
someone said a story from last year, and I'm trying to okay, that's a little crazy of a story. It's titled "My Boyfriend."
That looks like a pumpkin.
Yeah, exactly. It's titled "My Boyfriend Went Down on Me and Found a Dead Kitten."
You're a big girl. Well, that is a big girl.
Oh my goodness gracious!
See, like I got no problem finding like heavy women attractive, but that's not.
That's beyond.
When you go past, like, listen, dude, you are a living heart attack.
Like when they have to like cut when you have to have double doors to enter your house, that's a problem. If you need double doors, I'm talking full on. Like you can't even, turn to this.
I know what you're talking about. I've seen them cut walls away to get people out.
Yeah, but that's coming out with like a gurney. I'm talking like when you're so big that you can't even do the sideways strut. Because usually you could do the sideways. I'll get in here, the hoo-doo-doo-doo. But you can't really like. No, that's just beyond big.
He could have found a dead cat in there.
He could have. I think, you know what? I think it might have happened.
Whatever, man. I'm not making fun of fat people or anything. That's actually sad. That's what I'm saying is it's sad. I'm not making fun of fat people. Yeah. It's sad, dude. But at the same time, I know there's people out there that dig that kind of thing. I don't get it.
I know the powder and the...
It's just, to me, it's like they have a medical condition at that point to me.
Are you serious? There's like rolls all over that this way.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it doesn't.
There's wet spots everywhere.
It's all gonna be all
it's
kinds
like,
of
there's a puddle.
Sweat.
There's a puddle. There's a lake up in that bitch.
Dude.
Anyways, so here's something. It's old news, but it's still going strong, and it's smart because I'm sure, you know what it really was? It was probably a parent's idea. There's probably a parent in Colorado or, in all these places with these dispensaries. And, oh, great. Thank you for interrupting me, phone. Let's mute you because we don't need you making all this noise. You can absolutely be quiet. There we are. Okay. So now, the thing about what they've been doing is really smart, but I don't think they thought it up. And it's the Girl Scouts are standing outside of these dispensaries and
stuff.
We've
talked about that. I think it was you I was talking about.
I guess it's still going on. Yeah. But
I say good for them, but it's kind of underhanded.
But I mean, the truth of the matter is, I'll tell you who thought of that.
The parents.
The parent, right? Because the parent just got done smoking on the back deck. Said, "Hey, honey, you got any of those cookies you sell?"
Maybe. But I think when I understand that probably is what happened. But and when it comes to like these tycoon people who work up in Wall Street with like ties and they get flown to work in their helicopters or private jets. Believe it or not, these people are pretty smart and they think about that kind of shit too.
Yeah.
They are. Yeah. They're crafty people, dude.
Yeah, they are. But it's funny. It's funny. I think it's great. Hey, get your marketing out as well as you can, and that's smart. Hey, you're providing a good product for these people. Who would not like a Samoa when they're wrecked off their ass? Come on. Hello. We all know. And the tag-alongs, you got to have all these.
It's just ridiculous. I think it... I don't know if it should be stopped. I mean, I guess it's good business tactics and just good mind. But at the same time, like you're saying, like some little girl didn't think about that, like some little Girl Scout. But at the same time, it's teaching them nonetheless. Like almost like to be like these drug addicts are like stupid. Like, yo, check it out. These dumb drug addicts, they buy fucking cookies like crazy. Look at them. Hey, want some cookies? Yeah, you do. You know what I'm saying? Like, teaches them a little bit of something that they shouldn't know. I'm not saying it teaches them to go out and do drugs. That's not what I'm saying.
But it teaches them about something they shouldn't know because it is about drugs.
Look at these dumb drug addicts. You want to buy some cookies?
So, yeah. So now, that's just old news, but I just thought I'd bring it up again. It was really funny. Now, here's something that we're late to the game on this. I already know this. I mean, everyone's covered this already, but I just want to make people aware. Everyone is up and now. I was thinking in the same sense. Oh, hell yeah. They should. Now, I wish there was a way that
we got to talk. What is the topic, man? Because I'm not sure what you're talking about exactly.
Well, Apple, right, okay, has been asked by the FBI and even has a court order, but they're going against it. They're like, no, we're not going to do that because they want the information from a terrorist's phone, the one for the San Bernardino and all that. But the thing is, people they're only seeing it on the surface. They're not understanding, okay? They are not understanding, and thank you very much for hosting the show, by the way, there, Jaws.
I know what this is leading up to, and I'll tell you what, I think it's all
no,
scam.
But no, it's not. It's not exactly like. Did you really hear about this?
It's a scam. Yeah, it's a scam on the on the masses. It's a matter of Apple. What's going on here is this is bullshit. Okay, because like. When we get to like FBI, CIA, DARPA freaking people that are up in like high-tech echelons of the world, security, whatever, if you don't think that they have access to everything, then you are retarded. You are retarded. They do. What they're doing here, what this is going to be, is that they're somehow going to gain it. Apple is going to be like, well, we didn't want to give it to them, or we finally agreed with them. But when that happens, that will change the rules. Just like it takes an event to happen for, like, now you got to take your fucking shoes off to get on the airplane.
But it's a little different. What we're talking about here.
I'm sorry.
But what we're talking about here is the fact that they want to. They're not just saying, "Hey, we need you to open this phone for us," because it is really hard. They've even like if you ever lose your password, it's not an easy thing on those. To ever like unlock that again. Okay, you basically have to erase everything and start from scratch. But to just get into someone's personal info without a password, I guess Apple can't even do that, okay? But here's the thing. The FBI wants everyone to think, hey, Apple's not helping us do this. No, what Apple's really saying is, no, we're not gonna create a program so we could backdoor into people, okay, and let you unlock our crap. Like, We're not going to do it. No, get out of our face with this. And that's what they're trying to explain to people is, you know, is don't take this at face value. Don't think that, you know, Apple's not helping the government, you know, about a terrorist. No. What they're saying is we're not going to be like, here's a tool so you can just get into any iPhone you want. No, it's like, yeah, I don't agree that they should
Maybe I'm wrong.
Something.
Maybe I'm just wrong. I'm sorry. I'm thinking when it comes to like super secret military intelligence people, you know, I'm talking about guys sitting around listening to the ocean to see if they hear a submarine, like, you know, decryptors and encoders and all this other crap. And to think that they don't already have that is retarded. I think all they're asking for is permission.
No, I don't
say this is how we got it. Because if they don't get their permission, what I'm saying is I think that they're sitting on the information right now. But they can't release the information because they'll be like, how'd you get that shit? Well, we went behind your back. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, it's not so much that. It's they're saying they don't want it out there because even regardless if we're not even talking about the FBI misusing it, okay? If it gets into the wrong hands and gets misused, they're even saying. They're like, look, this too many people use an iPhone. We can't have this.
Yeah, it must be seriously encrypted, though.
It is.
Seriously
And that's they're saying. It is. And the only way is when people like maybe hack the password from previous passwords that someone knows. But we're talking a backdoor, no matter how hard your freaking password is, even to the point where it would never be something someone could figure out. Because it's typically how passwords are figured out a lot of times is they find one that works for this site, and then this one works for it. Oh, you know what? You keep using the same password and the same password. You know, that probably works for this.
Yeah.
But if you're someone who's absolutely insane with their passwords, well, you know, you might really have a problem there.
There's a couple IBM commercials out right now. One has Bob Dylan on it.
Okay.
And the commercial, if you're an average consumer, the commercial is like, what the hell was that for?
Right, okay.
And what it's for is they're selling an artificial intelligence machine that's basically like you tell this thing, like, listen, I want to know this and this and this. Go, do it. And this thing performs and mind-boggling. It's not for the average consumer. It's for fucking like some huge corporations to run and shit. And it'll do it. It's going to set its task out and it's going to do its job. Now, there's also another one with Alec Baldwin.
Right, okay.
And he's fucking in some stupid situation where he's like, you know, order me some new socks or some shit. And it doesn't, right?
I saw
but
it.
that's what those commercials are for. They're for these artificial intelligent, like, smart ass computers that So I mean, I can't imagine the people that make these things can't.
That's the thing. They can come up with something because they have all the code to decrypt. Okay, they do have the code to decrypt it. But the point is, they're not going to just make a system. Here you go, silver platter, and do whatever you want with it. Because if you even think that, let's talk about just the FBI misusing it, you think they're just going to stop at one phone? You know what? I think he has connections too. Boom, we're going to use that one too. And you know what? I think he has connections too, and we're going to do that.
They're asking
But then
permission.
It's going to get into the wrong hands, and oh, look, we see what the president's doing. We see you know what I mean?
That kind of shit is inevitable. That might not. That shit is inevitable.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it can get on some serious stuff. Like, they're talking a complete back door.
Whatever.
Gilesception, as Giles says in YouTube here. Gilesception. So, anyways, that's something I just wanted to let everyone know. And now we are going to actually go into. All right. We're going to go into. Why am I having a hard time saying? We're going to transition into the gaming with this that you actually brought to my attention. Okay, so we talked about a long time ago the Coleco Chameleon. Okay?
I think it was VGS or something. It was entitled first. And when I first heard about it, I was a little interested. You know, I was like, hey, check this thing out, man. I like retro video games a lot. And I was like, hey, check this thing out, you know. But then,
yeah, because you're huge into the retro games.
As it went on and on, things started to...
Things are starting to unfold more and more.
Ridiculous.
So let's. You're gonna have to bear with me here, okay? Bear with me here as I actually set up some pictures for you to see. We're gonna.
They have a Kickstarter program now. They're accepting people's money. You know, it's not what it. These people are going to jail. So I wish it was kind of real, a part of me, but.
So let's see. We're gonna set up this image here, and then first thing that we're gonna look up.
So their first project wasn't a Kickstarter. I forget how they were trying to get money.
I forget.
It was something like a Kickstarter, but not Kickstarter.
Right.
Exactly.
It's like a GoFundMe or something.
And they were allowed to do that without a prototype. Right, like they were like, okay, that's how that company's rules work. But when they went to Kickstarter was like, no, we need a prototype. And
this is originally what they had,
yeah,
over that.
Yeah, it was supposed to have HDMI out,
Yeah,
it was supposed to have all the goodies.
This is what it's supposed to look like and everything, right? So then, we're getting into some issues like let's
people are demanding a prototype, and these guys were doing a toy show, and they felt a lot of pressure to get this prototype out.
So yeah, exactly. So they're doing this toy show and they're feeling all this pressure, but they kind of So far it's looking like a Jaguar body.
It is. They bought the Jaguar tooling.
Right. So they have the body for the Jaguar, but then something's a little odd here. So this cartridge port. Let's move this over and zoom it a little down here. This cartridge port looks awfully familiar to a system.
It's supposed to be a Swiss Army knife of retro consoles. It'll play NES games with an adapter. It'll play Genesis games with an adapter. It'll play anything with an adapter. That's basically what it was.
Right. Yeah, and it was like, okay, this is gonna be awesome. Damn, why does this thing always do that? So I'm like, yeah, that's gonna be awesome, right? So now you look here, and this is, it looks like a cartridge, okay, for something that we're very used to.
I owned a Jaguar, okay. That's not the Jaguar's cartridge.
No, it's not. No, it's not. But
who knows? They're doing something funny inside. Okay.
Let's open it a little bit more, and then we see this good old electrical. What is that? Electrical tape?
Yeah.
Perfect.
It's something's coming out of the back of the machine here. It's sticking out a ways. So they covered it up with electric tape.
Yeah. I wonder what could be sticking out a ways. But I think that this will answer your question. Does anyone remember the SNES 2?
Yeah, it's a cheaper version of it.
Well,
now if you could get bigger here.
Yeah, we're gonna
see that they actually used the proprietary.
Let's even make it even a little bigger, just so you could really see how much they use the proprietary.
They also chose to use the proprietary NES AV out.
Yep.
And the power adapter goes in the exact same place.
And that's so crazy, right?
Well, here's what's crazier about it is that at the toy show, apparently,
magically,
it's magic.
Magic, dude. Watch this.
It has USB ports in the front for its controllers. You're gonna be able to plug anything into it with an adapter.
Right.
But
right.
At the toy show, the USB controller ports were empty, and there were wires coming out of the bottom of the console.
Wow.
And at the other end of them,
wires, dude. That's gotta be badass.
Super Nintendo
controllers.
Controllers.
Like it comes with the controller like that, like 2 controllers, I guess. Yeah.
Super Nintendo controllers were coming out of the bottom of the console. And
oh yeah.
the back of the console seems to be a Super Nintendo. These guys literally opened up a Super Nintendo 2, jammed it inside of a Jaguar, and brought it to a toy show.
Yep, they did.
Right now, they're collecting money for a Kickstarter program on their webpage. I'm looking at it. I cannot believe these people are not in jail.
Yes.
Seriously, how is this happening?
How do you do it? Like, it's so bad.
They are ripping people off at this very minute.
They are.
How is Nintendo not even like, those are not our controllers? You owe us some money. These people are going to jail.
They gotta do that. I mean, it's just like, look at that. That looks so beautiful. What is that? Is that Radio Shack electrical tape, or is that Home Depot extravaganza?
Believe that, dude. I mean, we didn't really get all the angles and all the pictures, but it is just...
You get the idea.
I cannot believe they did that.
Shit, we need a prototype.
They jammed the Super Nintendo in a Jaguar case.
There we go. So are you for your Japanese accent?
No, it's not so good.
So,
good rock.
Now we're into the whole gaming area. So here's something cool. So Valve released a free app on Steam today, allowing users to test their PC and see how well it'll handle virtual reality games via Polygon. The test isn't specifically tuned for the Vive, instead testing your system to the level of fidelity your computer can run VR at. So yes, that is something that they added in as VR. As much as I want to think that it's going to be nothing, there's a lot of money being invested into it, more than I ever imagined. It's kind of getting crazy.
What
Come on, really?
What I see available to us, with this Oculus Rift and stuff, it all looks cool. It looks interesting. I kind of want to check it out. Shit. But I think when I think VR, again, maybe I'm just living some dream world or some shit. I don't know. It's possible. But when I think VR, I'm thinking, top secret facility. You need badges to get on site, badges to get in, badges to freaking get whatever. All right, top secret site, super high tech place. IBM. If you ever been to some place like that for real, it is crazy high tech.
Right.
And that's what I think like VR stuff that's really happening is going on. And I think like the Oculus VR and stuff like that stuff, even though we think it's extremely expensive, I think that's like this consumer stuff that they're trying to give us.
Yeah.
But I think true VR, I think shit that will mess your head up. Seriously, like there's an old movie from like 81 or something. It was called like Mindscape or something like that. But it was about this kind of concept too. And if you could simulate reality and do it good,
yeah,
could you potentially give someone like PTSD and stuff? I think that you could, man.
I think it depends on how real it really feels.
Dude.
Like
I think that technology comes out at the rate that society can, one, afford it, and two, handle it.
Right. I mean, I'm sure we could have had hover cars to some degree by now.
That's another thing, yeah.
Right, Could you imagine though, with the way people drive, you just see someone like coming around the corner, fly off the cliff.
I mentioned something about hover bikes earlier to you on the phone.
Yeah.
And this is a real thing. It's going on. Like, there's another company, and it's another Kickstarter program, but it's pretty real. They basically, they're there. Like, drones are very accurate and precise right now. I mean, they feel safe enough to fly into your house.
I know what you're talking about, and it's got four.
It's got two, and they kind of like overlap each other. But okay, so you made some drones. That's awesome. They just decided to we'll build it, scale it up, and they have a very controllable hover bike that's pretty close to being finished with development. Again, I think it's really cool. I would get on the thing and maybe die.
Yeah.
But again, I think it can come out and it'll cost whatever, but it won't come out to the public for consumers because it's not safe. Like if you had flying cars, oh great, someone has a DWI and drives off the road and kills somebody. That's not mentioning crashing into a skyscraper or some shit. I think flying cars could be done. I think that you can't have them.
Or better yet, you
can't fly.
Better yet,
Get out of here.
Here's a flying car. Here's a flying car. Peace. No one was here.
What we were getting around, where that all went from is technology only comes out at the rate that people can handle it. Really, it does. I think that, again, locked away in some deep laboratories and whatever, there is some pretty amazing stuff. These are toys, dude. These are toys. The high-tech stuff is locked away in vaults. Scientists are working on it right now.
Well, my buddy showed me, like, I'm all trying to make, like, all this cool stuff for the trucking that I'm doing, whatever. Right. And my buddy Tufeli comes on, he's like, and he shows me, like, some badass simulators of full-on cockpits and craziness. I'm like, yo, it's got a full-on program. I'm sure maybe you could hook it up to the computer, but the amount of money those cost is just like, ouch.
Yeah, dude, it's not.
Ouch. Like, there's this one with, like, killer hydraulics, and it's a full-on like racing set. That thing is $25,000, bro. $25,000.
Again, they're toys. They're toys.
I know, but that's still so much to me.
I have worked. Maybe that's why I have worked at some high-tech places, and it's almost frightening.
Yeah.
Like people can ask you, like, listen, what do you do for a living? And you can tell them what you do, but like, what are you making? What does all this go to? You're like, I have no clue. I have no idea what I'm working on. I can tell you it's some seriously high tech shit.
Yep.
And the guy that takes the part from you and does the next part, he has no idea what it is. Secrecy is kept. It's not like, shh, don't tell anybody. I can't tell anybody. I don't know what the hell's going on. This is a tricky word to say. Compartmentalization. That's basically how this shit gets done.
It's crazy. It is crazy because that's what we work on all day at my job. And then when we have to deliver wafers and stuff, you just see like a room. I can't really describe too much of it, but all I'm gonna say is you see a room with like things just being flung around on tracks, and it's all high tech and craziness, and you're like, holy shit!
Why? We're not making cell phones.
But it's like
we're not making.
You go to the building we're in, it's like, so that stopped working. All right, that's ripped off of the card reader over there. You go to the building next door, and it's like, man, the hallway's a different color. Gorgeous,
I know exactly what you mean. I know exactly what you mean.
Oh, look, they have like the toilet. There's a place in the other building that has a toilet like we do. I'm not even shitting. It's got the bidet and everything built in, and I'm like, what the hell?
What are you doing here? Your bed shouldn't access this bathroom. Shit.
And then we had Giles post a video. He wants this. It's just someone basically who took a car and the whole front of it. I've seen this stuff before.
Yeah, I've seen that stuff before too. It's pretty cool, man. I mean, it's quite.
But no, there's better ones. There's better ones where they have real full on trucks. Like there's a dude with a W900 like redone. And I'm like, oh man, that is so sick. There it goes. The Kenworth T800. That's the one he just posted. That is the one I like. I mean, it's insane. It's got a pull horn and everything. It's cool, but I mean, at what point?
You know what's so crazy about it? I think it's neat, man. I think it's neat that it looks like that and it plays like that and that people enjoy it. But I can tell you, I've also had times in my life where I unload trucks for a living and shit too, you know? And truck drivers hate their fucking jobs.
Yeah.
They're like, hurry up, get this shit off my truck so I can get home. I hate this Jesus Christ. This guy's in my fucking way. I hate this, right? And here people are working full-time jobs, regular jobs, whatever you want to call a regular job. And they're like, I can't wait to go home and drive my truck.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Actually, I'll get into that in a second. Finishing off on the big like tech stuff, because I'll do this here. So basically, the Galaxy S7. Yeah, Rob Noxious. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if he's still in there. He might still be there watching. But Galaxy S7 has water cooling. It's not water cooling like your desktop because I mean it's just a phone, but it's got a little closed loop water cooling. I think it's pretty awesome.
It's frightening almost to the point where this technology is so damn awesome and sitting in your pocket that it needs to be water cooled. This is insane.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Let's see. And it's only because you don't have to sit around for 3 hours waiting for every blank in the mofo in the park in real life. Wait to park in real life. Exactly. That's true. And it's not real time, and it's fun, and you can get drunk behind the wheel. There's a lot of things you could do behind the simulator. That's the thing.
I'll tell you what, it looks a lot more fun than Flight Simulator. I've spent a little bit of time.
I can't. I used to love it. I used to love it as a kid. But now I can't stand it. All right, the only thing
the most exciting thing is the checklist.
That's
dangerous.
The most exciting thing is landing.
Yes,
because it's the most point where you can be like,
crap.
"Am I gonna fuck this up, or are we getting safe?"
I'll tell you what. I played enough flight simulators where when I fly for real, I get sick, and I don't get sick because of motion sickness. I get sick because of anxiety. And I played enough simulators where I'm like, listen, I feel like I could get this jet off the ground. I could, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna do it. I feel like I could bring it up to cruising altitude and hit autopilot for the next 6 hours. I feel like I could do that. When it comes to putting this thing on the ground, we're gonna die. Okay, I don't feel I can do that. It's gonna be ridiculous. There's a crosswind. Oh shit, the gear is kind of halfway down. It's not down.
I don't get that way. You used to be that way with roller coasters and stuff too, and
they're supposed to scare you. That's what they're for.
I don't know, man. I'm just along for the ride, and I'm happy. If I die, I die. But
no, I enjoy a roller coaster.
I don't know.
It's supposed to scare you.
Spend 4 hours flying on flight sim to crash land. No thanks.
Yeah.
Exactly. No. The whole point is you're gonna take off. You're just gonna set up a scenario, take off, and you're gonna be like, all right, we're landing this bitch. Turn right around and land it. Right. Be like, all right, let's see how quick of a landing we can do. Oh, we're coming down. Oh shit. That's what you'd be like. Let's see if we can barrel roll a fucking 747. Let's do this shit, baby. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing, really. And It's just absolutely insane. And I want to thank everyone for the host. I see a lot of people are coming in with the host here. Miracle on the Hudson, he says. I don't know what that is all about.
I don't know.
Are we we're a Miracle on the Hudson. So.
Sure, if you want to. Sure.
Whatever.
I thought that was a boat or something, Miracle on the Hudson.
I don't know. I never heard of it. But yeah, S7 having water cooling, I thought was really crazy. Like they're getting to that point that it's getting that warm inside these phones. I mean, I can see it as they get more powerful.
As they
it's
get more
pretty
powerful,
insane.
I'll tell you what, my phone is old and my phone doesn't really do very much at all.
We got some more people showing up.
But you guys are also running around with chargers attached everywhere you go. I need a charger. I'm not fucking around. I need a charger.
yeah.
Newer phones. My phone's kind of old, man. And newer phones, you guys need outlets. It's not a joke.
Yeah.
I was at the toy store. This is a true story. I was at the toy store with my daughter, and they had a bunch of tablets and shit lined up, right? And I'm like picking them up, and I'm moving down. I was like, this one looks like a phone. It looks pretty cool. It's fucking whatever. It's pretty small. And this lady came up to me. She was like, excuse me, that's my phone. I'm just grabbing a charge off this display. I was like, oh my God, are you guys serious with this shit? Is that what it's come to?
Yeah.
Are you guys running around stores? Like, oh, thank God.
So, I mean, and by the way, Miracle on the Hudson was that guy who landed in the Hudson.
Yeah,
remember?
yeah,
that's
definitely.
right. I can't believe I can't remember
that.
Yeah, and that was right near us, kind of. That's not far
Yeah.
at all. It was crazy. He brought this whole plane down. I think, did anyone even die?
It was
during
kind
that?
of a boat.
It is kind of a boat. Yeah, it's not
Didn't
supposed.
sink, did it?
Didn't.
No.
Not right away, at least.
I don't think it sank. I think they got out of the water.
I don't know. But regardless, it was a miracle. He did a really good job. I know he got criticized for it.
Conditions have to be just right for that. I mean, obviously your gear has to be up. Because
Yeah.
it's going to just snag the water and pull it down.
Oh,
So
yeah.
your gear has to be up. You have a nice...
You ever been
the
water
river's
skiing
right.
or seen someone water
I can
skiing?
water
They're
ski.
like that water ski just hits the water.
Yeah.
They're just gone. Let's see. Now, so let's go on to some more of actual gaming stuff.
Okay.
So we were talking about the trucking. I'll talk about something that I recently made is do-it-yourself track IR. I put that video up on YouTube recently, and it's about 26 minutes long. And what I noticed is I didn't really, there's videos to show you how to build it, how to take stuff apart. I explained everything. I don't think I needed to go into detail exactly, but I mean, I did build it on Twitch. So, I mean, if you want to see how to solder, I guess you could do it, even though I suck at soldering because I don't have all the tools. It's nice to have the little helping hands things if you're soldering.
Yeah.
It's like these. It's like a thing. It's got a little magnifying glass, and it's got 2 alligator clips on arms.
Yeah.
That come off, and you can snap it in. Yeah. But I made that, and I'll tell you what, driving the truck, being able to look left and right and look behind you it makes a world of difference.
Yeah.
And for the $15 I made it for, because the PlayStation Eye was so cheap, man, it makes me really want to try an actual track IR one day.
I think that I've seen it work, and I think that it works really cool for that game.
Yeah,
but I think on a racing game or something like that, like Forza or something, a little more fast paced, I still think that triple screen is the way to go.
Triple screen, I think, is the way to go.
Not with the trucking game. With the trucking game, it should definitely be track IR. But as far as when you're driving fast, you're not looking both ways to see if anybody's coming. When you're driving fast and hardcore, I mean, I understand when you're going around a turn in real life, you're kind of looking this way and stuff. But the game is kind of already doing that for you in those kinds of games. It's I don't know. It's hard to explain.
And that's the thing. And I see what you I don't know though how I'd feel with that. I don't know if it's gonna do that to me. I need to try it.
Yeah.
But I know what I noticed when I'm playing this. Okay, and when I was playing it with even just Euro or American Truck Sim, I noticed that when I was in a turn, I wouldn't even notice that I turned my head, but apparently my head was turned because when it straightened out, you saw my head turn again, you saw it track to my head. So that tells me my brain is going, hey, wait, turn around, you're going a little bit, and I'm not even noticing that. So that's more of the natural of what I'm talking about, where I don't know if I'll get that natural feeling from the triple screen. I'd really love to try triple monitor and see what that's like. driving hard fast car is not for. Actually, I will say, it is kind of true because what was it? Barnacle Nerdgasm actually was even also talking about that, and he was playing some other racing game. I think even Project Cars or something, and he was like, playing this game, I did not realize how unrealistic it is. He's like, but I still love the game.
Right.
But he's like, I didn't realize how much it is not simulation. It is, but it is not at the same time. So regardless, though, I still had a lot of fun because what's funny is when you got it, I was actually playing Forza a lot, and I don't know, I found a lot of fun in it.
I think he tried that.
Giles. Giles. That's what I showed him was Dirt Rally. Yeah. I played it with Dirt Rally, and I suck at Dirt Rally, so and my back is really hurting, so it was hard for me to really mess around in Dirt Rally. But it worked great. It worked.
It worked. Yeah. I just think when shit comes down, you're looking fucking straight. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah, but see, that's what I mean. Your straight is not really what you think is straight.
I know.
Like maybe in like a maybe in like an F1 car where your head is actually held straight, but I mean, in these cars, your head's not really exactly as straight as you think. You're actually following with your head. It's crazy.
You turn with the road, your head, before you get there. That's pretty much how it works.
But I thought it was really cool, and for $15, hell, it's worth making it.
It was cool that it was cool that you made it. I thought that was pretty neat.
Yeah, I can't wait. So that's gonna be awesome. Now let's see. On the track hour, like I said, that's up on my channel if you want to go check that out on my YouTube there. Now let's go to some of the things that I want to get into is the Division. Seems going to be a big hit because it has an IP record-breaking 6.4 million players hit with this beta. Wow, so that was pretty awesome. Okay. That was pretty awesome. And, I will say I would really like to check it out more because I really got an interest in it when I heard about it way back when it was first even brought up. Tom Clancy's Division. I always knew, most of the Tom Clancy stuff that I wasn't really a big fan of. It was either sneaking around or I just wasn't good. I didn't like the single shots and single shot deaths and stuff like that. But the Division looked really cool, and I want to check it out. But here's something that I'm noticing. So other than Track IR, another thing that I'm seeing is this Tobii IX, which is eye tracking, and I guess SteelSeries makes something for eye tracking too. But I guess it tracks your eyes. So basically, where you want to when it comes to shooting something or something like that, it kind of you're really aiming in a sense, It's boom, that's who I want to go after. That's who I want to go after. Who I look at is who it's going to go after. And it's I was pretty amazed at that. What we're getting at with this sense of virtual reality world that we're actually getting into is getting a little kind of scary in the sense of how much it really is getting to the point where it's tracking our eyes, tracking our motion. What else is it going to start tracking? Is it going to start tracking our thoughts in about 5 years?
I'm guessing that eventually, that actually can kind of be done. Giving you situations, and predicting what it is you're going to do in those based on previous decisions. I mean, it can do that to some degree, but I guess what we're getting toward is maybe some kind of lawnmower man kind of thing, like a suit of some kind, where you had your stupid Game Boy glove or whatever, the Nintendo glove and shit, right? But something that feels your body and does what it does. Now, also something that's kind of rigged, obviously more detailed than a pilot suit or something like that. Something that not only reads what you do, but it's going to make you feel what it wants to.
Right.
Something ran over your foot, and the suit will, not hurt you, maybe, but I guess that's where virtual reality would really go, is to give your entire body sensations. I'll be at the adult store checking them out. It's gonna be awesome. again, at where society can handle it, man. Because true VR will be like drugs. True VR will be like drugs. People take drugs to escape their reality. That's what they do. My day sucked. My wife cheating. Whatever. I'm gonna get fucked up. That's why people take drugs. They take drugs to escape reality. It makes them feel different. Maybe not always happy. Some drugs don't make you happy at all.
Right.
But they take drugs to feel different. Now, when you get to the point of, are people going to be junkies about this? Is there going to be some guy who's who's gonna like spend all his money at the virtual strip club. I don't know. You know, what if I can? What if I? It's just we're getting somewhere weird. That's all with that whole VR thing. We'll see where it goes, dude. Because we're at the level. It will change you.
Right, and I think you're right in the sense that you have to wonder at what point is it going to be like, okay, this is too much.
I'm telling you, I think true VR would give you post-traumatic stress syndrome.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
God, the shooter is so real. If only it could be more real. If you could dump someone in the middle of Vietnam, is that fun? Fuck no.
Yeah, right.
Are you kidding me?
See, here's one for you. Is Far Cry Primal, right? Now that's coming out very soon. I think tomorrow. I think.
Yes, soon.
This midnight probably. Okay, I'm not interested at all. Totally was thrown off by 4. Didn't want 4 anymore. I'm very upset. I spent the money that I did on it.
I used to went through my Xbox collection and then I found the first Far Cry and I told you it was a Far Cry movie that's out there and it's basically guns and whatever, some science experiments and stuff and whatever. But like, I missed a lot of Far Cry in between, and now I'm trying to figure out how some secret agent kind of gun game turned into like dinosaurs and woolly mammoths.
Yeah, no.
I'm like, what the?
It totally took
dude,
this
I missed
crazy
a couple,
curve.
but what the fuck is going on around here?
They're so in love with it. They actually
How
had
did
a stone.
it get there? What is going on?
They're so in love with their idea for this. They had a stone carver make a PS4 out of stone with the PS4.
I don't even know where the hell this came from.
Like, it's just crazy. But anyway,
there was a game in development a long time ago called BC, and I'm kind of thinking that this is what.
It might have been. You're
what
right.
it came into and what it is.
And now they're getting like 8 out of 10s, 3 out of 5s kind of thing. So we're not getting 10 out of 10. But you know what I'm noticing is just what lost me in the 4th one is there's no clear villain again. Okay? There's no clear villain again. And that's where I'm saying the 3rd one took me and took my arm and it just pulled me into the screen. It just ripped my whole body into the screen and said, I have to kill this son of a bitch as soon as possible. I hate this. Oh, and there's another bastard. Are you Australian-speaking bastard? You accented son of a bitch. I hate you right now. I forget his name. I can't ever remember his name. But he freaking...
I don't whatever. You played the last one, I guess, and I'm trying to... It would be to me in my mind... Maybe I gotta check it out. But to me in my mind, the transition is like if the next Metal Gear... We're like, Metal Gear 7, Tyrannosaurus. Like, wait, what?
Yeah.
How the, what the fuck?
Like where did this come from? Right, no.
What the fuck is going on?
see, what 3 was basically is, you went to a tropical island, whatever, and...
That was the first one, too. You went to a tropical island.
Right, and long story short is, you're with your friends or whatever, and some shit goes wrong, and you all get captured. Next thing you know, your friends are kidnapped. You and your, I think, brother were in this cage or whatever, and this is right at the beginning, so I'm not really giving anything away. This is what you open up to.
Okay.
Okay. He kills your brother.
Oh yeah.
Like boom.
I've seen this.
And then just like you're running through the woods as he's like telling you got like X amount of time to get out of here, whatever. It just gives you this ultimate hate for this guy. Like, you are a piece of shit. Yeah, you did this for no reason. There's no reason you did this. You weren't robbing anybody. You did this just because you're a piece of shit. I have to kill you. And you know what? That made me want to complete the game more than any other like first person shooter I've ever played. Like, I even lost kind of like some in what was it, the Metro series. I even kind of lost some fuel in that. Buck was from Australia, but he wasn't the main bad guy in Far Cry 3. No, main bad guy was Hoyt, and he was South African. That's right. And then there was Voss as well. Voss was like the one that really gave me the I hate this person. Now Hoyt was the one, Hoyt was the one that was way above, but Voss was the one that really stuck out to you. Said,
all right, I gotta know. I'm gonna research YouTube later at my leisure and find out what the primal story is or whatever. Like, how the hell did this happen? This is ridiculous.
Yeah, so Primal...
I had guns and silencers, and now I have a spear, and I wear a loincloth.
I mean, Primal is another one. If it's $10, I'll pick it up. I'm done with the Far Cry series, and that's it. That's it for me. Goodbye, Far Cry. Have fun, Ubisoft. We don't need you anymore. Learn how to just
call it a different game.
do a different game or something.
No,
right?
call it. Release the title. Maybe the title is awesome, and call it Primal if you want. That's awesome.
Don't
just
call
take
Far
the
Cry.
Far Cry part off. What
right,
the fuck?
And you know what? I might have enjoyed it more. But
you know what sold a lot of games?
But you know what?
Far
Then it would have. Yeah, but Primal would have came out and would have said, "Wait, this is just Far Cry as a Primal." Like that's what people would have said. So it would have had to change more. Yeah. Thinking of games, of games that don't come out much though. Let's think of this. MLB The Show. Now you never really saw that. I don't think you.
Not really my thing. I probably.
MLB The Show. The reason I'm just bringing this up is they got the 16 coming out. I just want to point out that it's only for PlayStation. It's always only for PlayStation. I really wish it wasn't because I'm not a sports game fan, but MLB The Show, time after time after time after time,
right,
comes out and impresses the living shit out of me. I've had it on at my house and had people go, "Oh, who's winning?" Like they literally think it's a real game going on because it
looks good. Yeah,
it looks so good.
Sports games look awesome.
Yeah, but I mean, it looks better than most of the other. It's like it's tweaked right to that exactly. As perfect as they can get it. I mean, you could see them chewing like tobacco or whatever the hell they're chewing. You could see them doing that. You could see them like stomping their foot out on that cleated freaking pad behind. Like everything, movements, all facial features. And I just want to point out that it just looks insane.
Yeah,
it looks absolutely great.
The sports games look awesome lately.
They do, but nothing I ever. I think MLB The Show is always time and time again impressed the living shit out of me. I'm curious to see if NBA 2K 16 still has only two voices. Where they're literally the voices are like, yeah man, what are you talking about? Like,
I know.
Okay, you couldn't. I mean, there's two voices. There's got to be more than two voices. So, anyways.
I don't know, man. I got to tell you, honestly, the last sports games I remember enjoying, this is going to crack you up, dude. You won't even know what they are. I don't like football very much. I enjoyed Joe Montana football. Only because Joe Montana football, this was like high tech back in the day, was talking, and sports talk Joe Montana football. And it was horrible. It was horrible. It was like he passes the ball deep down to, and it was like you could tell it's like trying to put these words together as fast as it can out of its array of whatever. It was horrible. I had a good time with Tommy Lasorda baseball. That's so old, you don't even know what the hell that is either.
No, I don't.
The NES ice hockey, pretty cool. And Blades of Steel. Blades of Steel was fun. Those are about it. And I'm not a big sports guy. I'm just not.
I'm not either. I always suck at them, but MLB The Show was really fun.
Okay, that's cool.
And basketball I had some fun with too, but I fell off of that.
I did like Pat Riley basketball. Again.
Because unlike Madden or MLB The Show, you're not trying to pinpoint a little fucking ball, okay? You're in like this small ass court with this big ass thing that's like a freaking volleyball, all right? That's going back and forth between everyone. When you pass it to a player, it's like whoop, there it goes, whoop, there it goes. The only thing you really have to truly worry about is dribbling and shooting, okay? Everything else you should be good with. But no. In the other sports games, it's like, oh, shit, I ran the wrong way. Oh, damn, screwed up the whole play. It's totally, you have to know the play you're running. There is no, let me see what play I'm going to run. There is none of that. So that's just what I noticed why I have a more fun time with basketball, because I can actually, do it. Now, going off of sports, I think I'll call it on sports here. Here's something I want to bring up. You remember, now Need for Speed had a reboot. I was talking about that. So Need for Speed had a reboot, but I guess they really are rebooting it a little bit more for the PC. The PC, they're saying 8 gigs of RAM, and a GTX 970 is what they're recommended for a graphics card, which that leaves me in the dust. The i5 4690, I'm sure I can definitely meet up with that.
Need for Speed's another one that took some, Need for Speed used to be like this. Need for Speed 1, I think, might have been on Saturn. Yeah, I know it was on 3DO. It was on most of the disc consoles at that time. And it was just like a regular racing game. And they had like, like you would pick the car, and if you wanted, they had like info about the car, like when it was made, who made it, how much horsepower it has, blah, 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 blah. It was just a regular racing game, and that was cool. But then it got like this, this Too Fast, Too Furious injection.
Yeah, but like, I kind of enjoyed the fact of being able to upgrade your cars. I always love being able to upgrade your cars. But here's something this is what I wanted to bring up, okay? They have finally put wheel support just like they had for like Shift 2, but I'm sure better at this point, for the G27, G29, G920, whatever, all the way up to Thrustmasters and Fanatec. So, you could use a bunch of stuff with that. And I'm still probably I still don't want the game unless it's really cheap, because I really don't have a lot of faith in the Need for Speed series anymore. But overall, I think what I want to do is eventually just look at it, see how it works with the wheel, because I'll tell you right now, I got Need for Speed Most Wanted. You ain't using no damn wheel on that worth of shit. And I guess it has shifted, you can shifter and everything. I'm talking H pattern shifter. They really kind of did it up. We'll see what they did here. We'll see how good it is. I'm sure it probably still sucks. Now on to more towards the final stuff that I really have, because I think I'm kind of out of everything here, and that is going to be basically about Bethesda. There's not really much going on other than the fact that they are talking about that they're working on 3 games. I'm hoping those 3 games are going to be in Elder Scrolls 6. It should be in the workings. A lot of people think they'll only work on 1 game at a time. That's not true.
No, that's not true.
That's not true at all. They have another team working on it.
These games are going on for they're in development a long time, and a lot of them are at the same time. That's ridiculous to think that they do that.
Oh, right. Exactly. So, now, here's what I was going to say is Fallout Shelter has made such a impact on them. They want to actually develop more mobile games. I noticed mobile games are becoming a really big deal, but that's basically what they're doing here is they're saying, hey, that did really good with Fallout Shelter on the phones. Maybe we should have more mobile games. So you'll probably see some pretty cool stuff, in my opinion, from them, because these mobile platforms being able to run more and more and look pretty darn good. So that's cool, Bethesda reaching out. But the more important is the fact that they've got 3 big projects in the works apparently.
Yeah, where's the Elder Scrolls, man? Come on.
That's all I want is the Elder Scrolls. Get out of my face with Fallout. I don't want Fallout anymore. I want
Fallout still. But
I know you do, but I want my freaking Elder Scrolls.
Elder Scrolls.
I love Elder Scrolls. I don't know
if I had to choose Elder Scrolls or Fallout, I would definitely go with Elder Scrolls.
But why do I love Elder Scrolls so much more than Fallout? I don't know why.
Because from my experience, Elder Scrolls is bigger than Fallout. They are bigger than the Fallouts. They're more beautiful. They're more pretty to look at.
That's what it is for me.
I can't say more immersive, but something about the graphics immerses you. I mean, there's still just as much to do, kind of, in Fallout stuff.
It's just that the graphics bring it to this better world where it's just
the sun will go down, the stars will come out, and there'll be a planet with the moon going around it, and it'll slowly track, and everything looks beautiful. Everything is beautiful in the Elder Scrolls games, and Fallout just looks like a wasteland of shit. Sorry. A lot of people are the graphics in Fallout. Not the new Fallout. I'm talking about back a while back, the last game back.
Right.
People were the graphics look dumpy. And the graphics weren't really that bad. It was just that the world itself was ugly.
Right.
It was this place looks like shit. Well, yeah, there's nothing living. Everything is dead. It's brown and decimal.
And that's exactly, and you're right, and that's exactly what it is for me. Of why
there's not grass blowing in the wind. None of that shit. No. It's dead. No. It's dead.
It truly is. Unfortunately, and that's what really draws me away from it. I wish it didn't, but
it doesn't draw me away. It's basically,
but it makes it get
the way I feel about the Fallouts. Honestly, the Fallouts to me, it works for me, and it's not the way they're intended. But for me, they're meant to hold you over until
Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, that's what they're there for.
I'm hoping.
You love Elder Scrolls? This will keep you at bay for a
while. I'm still waiting to see if anything possibly is going to come out with, a Skywind, because I really,
we talked about that a long time ago, and a long time ago I was like, yeah, I don't even know if it's going to happen.
It's got to. They've put too much.
Right.
There's too much work.
Tremendous amount of work.
There's too much work into it to walk away. There's too much work into it to walk away. It's just gonna take forever and a million. You know.
I guess it's on one. I don't know if there's anybody's making any money on it. So these people have to do it out of a labor of love. And if it's like, hey man, are you coming over to work on the Skywing project? Oh, dude, I work 60 hours this week. My wife is bitching. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I mean when I say I don't know if this is ever going to show fruition. Like it's just one of those things that's gonna be put on the back burner on everybody. Okay, it gets put on that guy's back burner, and it gets put on that guy's back burner, it gets put on that guy's back burner, until eventually this thing is like, yeah, no.
Now, here's something cool though. Thinking about Fallout 4, but the Fallout 4 director says the open world games are becoming commonplace. Okay, now they are, and here's the thing:
Grand Theft Auto, Saints Row, like all that stuff.
Because here's the thing with a linear storyline. Okay, you play it, it's over. You're not gonna want to play it probably for another X amount of time, like a long period of time.
I'll tell you what, Grand Theft Auto. I beat that. Done. It's even online. My friends are like, "Gonna come play?" Nah, I beat it. I've seen everything. I'm done. Fuck it.
No, it's true. It's true.
I got so bored of the game, and there's a lot of them. It's kind of fun to do,
But linear storylines only are usually typically a 7 to 8 hour, kind of 11 hour maybe game. Okay, how many hours did you get freaking out of Grand Theft Auto? Holy shit, right? Yeah. Okay, so open world gave you... How long do you get out of Fallouts? How long do you get out of all these open world games? You get these insane amount of gameplay hours just to beat the game. Whereas a linear storyline, shit, you're done with that in 7 hours.
Well, I guess it depends how it's done. Like, I don't think you played a lot of like old school turn-based RPGs. I played those, the Phantasy Stars, Final Fantasy, stuff like that. Like I played those. I like those. And those games, those games are 50, 60, sometimes 70 hours long, and they're obviously linear. There's no fucking around.
But they're linear in
a lot of that time is spent grinding. I'm not going to bullshit you.
Right. Exactly.
A lot of that time is spent walking around town, around the town itself, getting in fights, trying to build up enough money to buy that sword or gun or whatever the fuck.
Right.
So a lot of that time, yes.
In a sense, it is still open world though. You're building up money, you're building up stuff to do that. So it's still technically
it's open world in the sense like this. Like this is how they present it to you. Like you could have X amount of experience and X amount of weapons, and you can wander into the wrong part of the world, and you're gonna get your ass kicked.
Okay.
You can do it, but you're gonna be like, well, I'm going back. All right,
tell you what. Safe. Why don't you go play a game of Call of Duty? Let's just say you don't want to do online. But let's just say we'll play the story mode of Call of Duty. Oh wait, Xbox 360 version of the last one doesn't even have a story mode. But I'm just saying, like okay, Tomb Raider, Mirror's Edge. There's a good one. Mirror's Edge is another one coming out.
Mirror's Edge is like a Dragon's Lair to a degree. It's
but I mean, once you beat it, it's over.
Up,
okay,
jump.
Maybe you can increase the difficulty.
Yeah.
Maybe people are like that. Me personally, I'm like, I beat it. I don't want to increase the difficulty and then get myself pissed and be like, fuck this game. I'm not getting to that point. That's not what I want to do.
How many times have you said, I swear to God, it's not difficulty level, it's game cheat level. That's what it is.
Oh, yeah. How many times have we all thought the game was cheating?
It's not. Right? It's not more difficult. It's cheating.
How many times has that happened? I mean, we've done it so many times. Done it so many times. So, I mean, it's just, I remember doing that a lot. It's so funny. It's like, there's no way to do that. I shot him first. I shot him first.
Fighting games. Like those Street Fighter kind of games and stuff like that.
Oh my God, dude.
And it's just not, it's not harder. It's not fair. That's
it's just unrealistic. It's like, all right, I'm going to try to... Dude, I'm dead already. I didn't even get a punch out. He stopped my punch and that was it. I didn't even get... What the... I can't play those. I've come to the conclusion I can't play them. I will not play them. I will not buy them. Screw them. I'm done with them.
I can't play new school ones, man. Like a lot of the like Guilty Gear and stuff like that, they're 2D still, but they're
I played an old school Mortal Kombat and I got
awesome.
my ass handed to me like crazy. I played an old school Mortal Kombat.
I can't. Mortal Kombat I can't do.
Handed to me.
Killer Instinct I can kind of do, but like where I feel most fluid is like Capcom and SNK games, like the older ones that were on that generation, like arcade machine, not the consoles and stuff that are out now. Like that's where everything felt right to me. Like I could be like, special moves are usually this, you know, and that's what I got accustomed to, and that's where that lies for me. I'm not going to say the new ones aren't better or more complex. Like somebody said to me, like, well, yeah, that's because they're more complex, and I'm like, well, I guess I liked it easy. As far as lame as that sounds.
Yeah. I mean, I liked when you can't button mash in freaking in Mortal Kombat. You can't button mash.
Okay, well, when like let's say Mortal Kombat 1 and 2 were out, you know, Street Fighter and stuff was out then too. And when I would play Mortal Kombat, they didn't feel like a fireball. Just feels like, you know, in Street Fighter, just feels like that's how a fireball should come out. Or a super uppercut, it makes sense. That's how it should come out.
Right.
You know, the spinning bird kick or something is just back and roll. That's
Mortal Kombat would be like entering a code.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat's like codes, like up, down, left, right, X, A. What the fuck? That does not feel like ba-blah, ba-blah. That feels like, you know, like, hold on, let me...
Right, like down,
there it is.
Down, around, and up would be...
Right.
Like down, around, and up with a hit would be an uppercut. Right, exactly. You know, I saw it. That's exactly it.
That's where I still enjoy fighting games, and they're gone. So,
right,
you know,
right.
I like shooters, too, and there's not a lot of shooters, man. People don't make those anymore.
No, you know...
it's like it's almost like, hey, I really like that genre. You know what else I like? Pinball games. They're cool, too.
Now, when you say shooters, though...
Shooters, I don't mean first-person shooters. This is before first-person shooters existed. There was a term called shooters. And I'm talking about, like, you know, let's see, Gaiares is a good old one. Thunder Force or Gradius. Everybody knows Gradius. You don't know Gradius, apparently. No. Life Force. A lot of, like, these... Overhead, like 1942 or 1943.
Okay,
those are shooters to me.
Yeah,
those are shooters. That's what a shooter is.
Yeah, and you know,
I love those
playing
games.
that.
Nobody
we were
makes
playing
them.
Raiden,
you get like 2 a year, if that.
We were playing that game Raiden, and they were really fun.
They're fun, man. They're fun two-player games.
And that's the thing, you know. Everything is online. I just want to be able to sit with a friend sometimes and be able to just put on a game and play. You know. You know how many times, like, my friend's like, hey, dude, you should bring your computer up and, you know, check out some games up here or whatever. Right? Because they don't, you know, I'm building them a new computer soon. And it's like, we go up there and it's like, hey, do you want to watch me play a game? Because that's what we're doing. Because, you know what I mean?
Even, you know what, I've played games with you, and depending on the kind of game... Having you watch and play a game, you can still get just as pissed off as if you were playing it with the person that you're playing with. No, look over there. Not there. Over there. Open it. You're going the wrong way. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I do get that way, but like...
Here, you want the controller? Shut up, jerk.
But I'm talking about more in the sense like, hey, you want to watch us play The Sims?
No.
No, I really fucking don't.
That's one thing I will tell you about Elder... like, the Bethesda games don't make good watching. Like, I can watch you play a first-person shooter, like, oh, dude, that guy came out, he totally nailed you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can watch those kinds of games. If you're going to watch somebody play a Bethesda game, like, in that kind of genre,
right, like,
they're just like, this is so fucking boring.
Oh, yeah, dude.
It only works if you're playing it.
Yeah, it works if you're playing it. Like, you might, maybe if you're during an action scene, but if you're sitting there for, like, 3 hours, like,
what are you doing?
I've got to go steal the Van Dark of the
walking to
Tamriel.
You're walking to Tamriel? Why would you do that? Because it's beautiful out here. No, fuck this.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Look at this water. Doesn't this water look amazing? Oh, look, a fish in the water. Isn't that cool? This is not cool. Is there anybody
not cool. Fuck off. I'm going in the other room. You got a TV or some shit I could watch somewhere else, but fuck you.
They're not fun to watch.
Yeah. Like,
they're awesome to play.
So, but yeah. So, that's all I've got on news topics, really. Oh, and last but not least, with Bethesda, get your season pass before it goes up. I don't know if it went up yet, but get your season pass if you want it for Fallout 4 now, because it's going up to 50, and I think it's 20 right now. Might be 30, but regardless, it's going up to 50. It's going up in price. Get it now if you want it. If not, tough shit. Don't know what to tell you. But other than that, I think we have finally ran out of stuff to give you for you on this show.
Again.
So I want to thank you all for watching.
Thanks.
And
check us out.
Check us out. Go on YouTube with all.
Yeah.
You know?
Leave some comments. Give us some ideas.
Give us some ideas. We
Whatever,
run out of stuff.
Likes,
I mean,
dislikes, things you might like to hear us talk about, man. Fucking, you know.
Yeah.
We're interactive to a degree. If we don't like it,
to a degree.
Then, you know,
I mean,
fuck you. But I mean, you know. Give us your thoughts, man.
Have fun with it. But for now, I gotta say bye to everyone. And,
all right.
And I will be streaming later. So hey, come and check me out.
Have a good night.
Have a good night, everyone. I'll see you later. Alright, wherever this goes. I want to thank you all for watching, and if you liked the video, please make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you disliked the video, please make sure that you tell me why in the comments down below. Feel free to comment, and also make sure you share this out to people so they can know about the awesome videos that I have for you. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at ReadySetGame87, and you can also watch me live at twitch.tv and hitbox.tv/ReadySetGame87. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.